A very, very warm good evening. This is Arnav Chaudhary, and you are live on my YouTube channel, Arun Foot. It's Monday, September 30th, 2024, the last day of the month. And let's talk things India today, as always. Early in the day, we woke up to the news that Carlos Cuadrat has resigned as East Bengal FC head coach, and it might have come to the surprise of one or the other, but I think that something was going to happen in a day or two, and then in the end, Cuadrat himself decided to resign, and it was most probably coming. Then late in the afternoon, early evening Indian time, it was the final of the SAF U17, in which India faced Bangladesh in the final and won 2-0 in Bhutan to defend their title. And further, a little while ago, Manolo Marquez has now announced his squad for which the India team will play Vietnam and Lebanon. And the team contains Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, Amrinder Singh, Vishal Keth as goalkeeper. Defenders is Nikhil Pujari, Rahul Beke, Sana Singh, Anwar Mohan, Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, Mehtab Singh, Roshan Singh. Midfielder Suresh Singh Wangjam, Lavrindiana Namte, Jeekson Singh, Nandakumar Sekar, Brandon Fernandez, Anirudh Thapa, Liston Colasso, Lalang Mawia, Apuya Zola Chankte, Edmund Lalrindika, Farooq Chaudhary, Manvir Singh, Vikram Pratap Singh, and Rahim Ali as the strikers. Bhaivav is asking why Mahesh, Jitin, David not here. David for me doesn't deserve to be in the team. That's the first point I will make. Mahesh has been struggling now for a while, therefore maybe the coach most probably is not calling him up. Jitin is the one which is to me a surprise, where I thought could have or should have actually gotten a call. So these are the things to think about. But this is let's see what happens. Hi Mayank, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing fine as well. Manolo is more ruthless than Igor. If I look at the changes, they're not too hard. I wouldn't say he's ruthless. The other thing, changing the coach would give a big impact on East Bengal. Was the coach the only issue? Kevin, good question. In the sense of, to me, too defensive in my reading and my understanding. I think that Carlos, towards the end of his reign, wasn't the best, and his defensive approach to the game, not really taking East Bengal FC forward with the attacking potential that the team has. I think that, again, East Bengal has spent a lot of money, but has they spent it wisely? I mean, I feel that Mahesh, Nanda and Madhita Lal, for example, are actually for the same position, and now you have to spread them out over 3 positions, right? So therefore, for me, this is what it is, and therefore, it'll be interesting to see. I think the coach was a problem. There are other problems within the squad, within this team, within this club. I discussed it in a separate video to plug that at this moment. Did a video asking the question, when will Kolkata Giants learn the lessons for a better future? So if you want to watch it, watch that. And of course, the videos of the last 2 days are there as well. So therefore, for me, East Bengal needs to do things the right way. But in the way they're set up at the moment, I don't see them in the right way, to be very honest. Nanda for what in senior team again? Guerrero, I don't know. Again, and that's the point. You might have an opinion. I might have an opinion. At the end of the day, Manolo will have to do the call-ups and then decide who he wants to play. He lost every match by 3 or 4 nil. However, it doesn't make a difference who you play, does it? Right? I mean, if you call up the players that you're wanting, I don't know if that's going to be better or not. We have a players issue. Poor selection coach made, I feel. Here and rare, it's one decision that way, right? Where are the options? It seems like Manolo will be another disaster for Indian football. Yeah, let's wait and see, but it looks like it. Mahesh is completely spoiled by Carlos. Yeah, Mainak, I feel so because the problem has been that he, again, as I say, they've got multiple position. So then you have to switch around, Nanda or Mahesh or Talal. And that's the problem I feel that East Bengal finds itself in, that these players have to be shifted left, right, center, front, forward, somewhere that they have a place to play in this. And that again is especially Mahesh seems to have been impacted. Nutun team announcement dekle. Yes, Vishal, I did. Manolo gives me vibes of former East Bengal coach Robbie Fowler because it seems like he's not seeing the things with open eyes. Don't know that. You know, it's a little far fetched in my opinion, I would say. Oops, how is it? Indian football is losing a fan by announcing this camp of squad like me. I'm not going to watch Tri-City matches with fans to focus only on cricket. However, your commitment towards the Indian national football team should not be depending on the coach and whoever is calling up. I always like to say when we used to do our big rounds, I always say that your or my support or everyone's support should be unconditional. We can have a different opinion on things. But to me, the thing is that it's the coach who has to decide. I might not like it, you might not like it, but this is the side to go with. And again, he's the national team coach. Any news on East Bengal new coach? I have nothing at the moment. There are rumors in the market about coaches that East Bengal might approach. So let's wait and see. ACL2 Mohun Bagan news, they're not playing. Simple as that. Still not understanding why, but they haven't gone, period. Sir should play selected ahead of Nanda as per current performance. Rahul, I think yes, because Nanda didn't prove to me that it's not about being in the national team or not being a national team, because we have got a number of players who have been struggling with their performances, So to me, that's the point. That but will you then change? Will you then change 10 players, 12 players? That's the problem that we have, and therefore we have these changes, right? We've got Akash Sangwan comes in for Jay Gupta. I think that's a wise decision. That's the only decision. I mean, that's also the decision he made at the club. Otherwise, I couldn't take him seriously if he didn't make that. Lalrian Liana Hamte is a surprise to me. He's played a few good games, but rather a surprise because Patea misses out. Farooq Chaudhary has had a great start to the ISL season. We can discuss it. He's been part of the national team, so therefore, these are the things that come up. And yeah, Farooq came from nowhere. Yeah, Geron Rare. Maybe Manolo saw something which maybe others didn't. But yeah, why the national team coaches don't have a spine? Daraga Baba that's a question, right? The question now is, with the situation that we find our national team in, and he's trying to build a team, do you make many changes or do you make few changes? Because we are calling on, not we, some of you are calling on the coach to make a lot of changes, So therefore, to me, that's not going to happen. A coach, a national team, whoever is the national team coach says every FIFA match days, I will sort of switch around my squad and change, 10 out of 23 players. Doesn't happen really, right? Manolo is also conservative in his approach, I feel. And then, let's see what it does. Why is Manvi and Subhashi still in the camp? Targabab, I said that some of these players, maybe it might be good to give them a rest in October and try out a few other players. He can still do that, and it'll be interesting to see. To be honest, this team seems like Saf U20 squad. Garen Rare, little harsh, I guess. Yeah, why Mambia? I'm Mohan Bagan Super Giant fan, but I don't want to see both Mambia listed in the national team squad. Did the squad list came? Yes, it has come out. I'll just read it out again for those of you who have not heard about it. In goal, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, Amrinder Singh, Vishal Keth. Defenders, Nikhil Pujari, Rahul Beke, Sana Singh, Anwar Ali, Akash Sangwan, Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, Mehtab Singh and Roshan Naurem, Suresh Wanjam, Lalrin Liana Namte, Jikson Singh, Nanda Kumar, Brandon Fernandez, Anirudh Thapa, Liston Colasso, Apuya Ralte, Lalinzwala Changte, and forwards, Edmund Lalrin Dika, Farooq Chaudhary, Manvir Singh, Vikram Pratap Singh, and Rahim. The current squad. What pushes you to support Indian footy even after all these problems and laws? Renal, I try, and to me, I try and do to support the development of Indian football, and I think interactions like these are also important, where maybe we can change a few things in the thought process of people and make them understand how football actually runs. I think fans think themselves as this, how they see things, how they perceive things, and therefore, that's why I do it, and yeah, I will never stop trying to do it. So what else does Dithimus must do to get into national team? I don't know, Krishano. The point is with the coach, is that the coach decides. I think, again, if he sticks to the old guns, again, Mahesh also has not made the squad. He has, no? Vikram is coming back, Brandon is coming back. There are not, if he's not willing to, let's say, take Liston out, take a Manvir out, and then give other players a chance. I agree, and we want proper answers of Renal PK questions. Okay. Well, I don't want to make so many comments on national squad, but the thing is, Anirudh is getting game time in Mohan from a long time. He's not in shape. In the last few games, he misses a lot of chances. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Hi, Sanskar. Could have given chance to Nikhil Prabhu, Vibin, Jitin, and Isaac Ralte. Krishanu, I was speaking to someone earlier. Vibin and Isaac would have been amongst the players that I would give a chance. Vibin and Nikhil Prabhu's problem is there are too many players in the middle of the park at the moment. They've got too many in front of them who are regulars. They've got, and again, I'm surprised that, again, Putea, one in, one out, surprising, but again, so let's see. I'm doing good, you're doing good as well. So why Manolo? Didn't you have better options for national team coach? I think a little too late to ask fast food, because from that perspective, we don't have, again, I think the AIFF didn't look far and wide, so therefore he's not taken the chance, and done what he was needed to do, and on the other side, the federation, went with the safe option. I always said, and I do believe, that I thought it would be better for the federation to come out and say, listen, let's get someone in who has no connections and get someone. So therefore, for me, so let's see. Thanks, Jai Shri Krishna. So no Sahal, that's new. No, Sahal is injured. Therefore, Sahal is out. Nikhil Prabhu, Bibin, Jitin, Isaac is now capable for national team. But as I said, Bibin and Nikhil Prabhu, especially, give him some more. Nikhil is someone I like, but I think he needs time. Bibin is similar to that. I think Jitin more than anybody else, but then thereafter Isaac, these guys. But again, who then goes out and who is rested to be given a chance? Are you happy with the Jai Krishna? overall, again, there are two or three positions where I would make changes, but otherwise, yeah, overall, what do people expect? We're going to be discussing the squad. We're going to be discussing the players called up, but again, the starting lineup is going to be very, very similar to the set of the Intercontinental Cup. Yeah, so against Syria. So therefore, I don't see him making radical changes. All right, Jai Shri Krishna, then happy birthday from my side. Why always select Monmagan Super Giant players in national team, even performing bad as a political decision? And Sanskar, it's the prerogative of the coach, and so therefore, um, it's his decision. Again, it's I would have called up the one or the other player. Again, Jitin MS to me should have been. But again, it's the coach. It's surprising to see some of these players, but again, Namte and Farooq Chaudhary come in. Surely Manolo has had a conversation with Owen Coyle about it. Manolo is doing favoritism. Liston, Manvir, Amrinder is disgusting. Vaibhav, I think he's doing favoritism. And one thing I would request you to do is give the players the due respect. Don't become personal. I think there's no need of Amrinder, Nikhil, Shubhashish, Thapa, Nanda, Liston, and Mambir. Okay, Jai Shri Krishna. Hi, Blue. Carlos is stepping up and not demanding any money. Was passionate about East Bengal for sure. Yeah, maybe not. My start 11: Amrinder, Nikhil, Mehta, Rahul, Bose, Nanda, Kumar, Thapa, Liston, Jackson, Manvir. Okay, don't doubt it. Namta, are you surprised? Yeah. If you ask me, I'm surprised. I would have thought that Putea would get a call or continue to get a call before him. And before I call up Namte, I would have thought Vipin is in line in that. Even maybe potentially Nikhil Prabhu. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, Mayank, the squad is announced, has been announced, and and I'll just repeat it for those of you who might be joining in later. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, Amrinder Singh, Vishal Keth, Nikhil Pujari, Rahul Beke, Sana Singh, Anwar Ali, Akash Sangwan, Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, Mehtab Singh, and Roshan Nauram. Defenders: Suresh Wangjam, Lalinyala, Namte, Jackson Singh, Nandakumar, Sekar, Brandon Fernandez, Adil Thapa, Listing Colasso, right? Apu Yaralte, Lalinzola, Chamte are the midfielders, and the forwards are Edmund Lal Rindika, Farooq Chaudhary, Manvir Singh, Vikram Pratap Singh, and Rahim Ali. No Mahesh is surprising to me. I'm not that too surprised because Mahesh has not been playing well for quite some time. To be honest. But again, Nanda Kumar Sekar to me also. I would have picked Jitin ahead of Nanda, to be very honest. Let's not discuss more about this Indian squad. Already a bad day. Can't stress more with this new tension. Given rare, we're talking about it. No, yes, he's injured. How many games should a player on a youth player should play in a year, and how many games do Europeans play throughout the year? Bing Bong, a normal pro plays 35 to 50 matches, I would say. And youth players, they always say you should try and play 40 matches. Marsh is not there. I'm shocked and in tension. However, I think he doesn't deserve a call at the moment. Hi, Kumar. Good to see Keith Vikram. Why is Edmund Colley is not even played in the many games? Ali has not started. Mandrab, that's a good question. Yeah. So, but again, let's see. Jitin so much needed. Liston, why? Blue? Question for the coach. No, I think Liston should not be there. That's your opinion. As I say, guys, those are your opinions. I have certain opinions, as I said, but the coach has to decide. He has to live with the squad. It's a lecture of much Gaulish players than Manolo. Okay, that's your opinion. When Salo gets sacked or he left East Bengal? He left East Bengal. Why Nikhil is so poor? Mank, we have a problem with right back at the moment. I'm happy with all of them except Liston, Manvir, all new players at least. Okay, Liston, Thapa, Manve, Sahal, so much overrated players in national team, and every time same players, same mistake. How can happen? Uh, yeah, we have to ask the coach, not the coaches that they think. Pointing squad, Rahim Ali, Manveer Singh, really, that's the best we've got in India. Embarrassing Manolo, Steamach 2, maybe Steamach 2.0, maybe Steamach left his henchman Golly with him. XYZ, to me, Rahim Ali is our best option as striker. Name me, if you think there is a better striker than Rahim Ali at the moment in Indian football to play for the national team. I want to hear that name. Yeah. So to me, he's doing the best that he can. Again, there are some question marks that we can have in regard to the positions of wingers, but on the other side, I think there are too many options that he has, especially in those attacking positions. I don't think Manolo has those 10, 15, 20 strikers that he can choose from, right? So therefore, and again, as I said, my feeling was he's going to be conservative. He's going to make 3-4 changes, and he's exactly done those 3-4 changes. He's not going to do too many. So, any comments? Subhashish playing against BSC, he looks so pale against Rohit Dano and Venkatesh. In upcoming national team games, it's going to be difficult for him. He's not totally fit, I feel. Subhashish has been struggling. If we look back at the ISL, latter stage of last season and then the start of the ISL, Doran Cup, other things, he's been struggling. Yeah, and that's our problem with regard to left back position. So let's see what happens with what they do. Edwin is the new Ishan Pandita. Don't they super sub? K Garen Rare. So who will be East Bengal coach? When will they appoint or play with assistant coach assigned in winter transfer window? Sanskar, they're looking for a coach. They have appointed Binu George temporary. Binu will be in charge of the Jamshedpur match on Saturday. And then, depending on how things go, we will then maybe have a new coach in time for the derby on the 19th of October. So that is most probably is the plan of East Bengal FC. So let's see. Only Sunil is better than Rahim at this point of time. Problem is the gap is very big. Yeah, Blue. That's my point. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Again and again, if Sunil continues to play, he played on Saturday against Mohun Bagan. Sunil will become a topic early next year. The coach will have to. Will Mohun Bagan play in Iran? Punjab at the moment, as far as I know, Mohun Bagan hasn't traveled. Mohun Bagan is already promoting their match against Mohammedan Sporting on Saturday. So if Rahim, as always, does a lot Rahim things and Manveer does his things, their spot is guaranteed. XYZ, I'm not saying that. I'm just asking you, if you say those guys should not be playing, who are the better strikers at the moment in Indian football? Who should be called up to the national team? And don't come around with some David and whatever stuff. I mean, I can put on my boots and then start playing as a striker somewhere. I would then rather recall Bajrang Bhutia. On a serious note. Right back and left back, who would be a choice from this squad? I think Nikhil at right and Roshan has left. I don't know if he's going to risk it. The point here is, to me, maybe Roshan is right. And if the coach is adventurous, maybe Akash Sangwan as left back. Why not? Should East Bengal go for Ivan Habas as well as for Monwan Zupajan Albert Roca? I think both of the clubs should go. None of this ridiculous merry-go-round makes no sense. I think Habas has a plan with Inter Kashi. I don't see him leaving Inter Kashi, so that's the one. And with Ivan, yeah, you're going to get another Carlos and a different avatar to me. I think they need to look for a new coach. But again, I don't know how smart these clubs are these days. As I said, to me, it looks very, very likely that a lot of teams within the ISL are not really looking where they need to look to find new talent, find foreign talent, to look for new coaches. The league has become a merry-go-round. I mean, I don't know how many players in the fifth club, right? So that's a thing that I think we need to look at within Indian football. Right, more than 25 minutes. Those of you, welcome to the Indian football discussion, where I try and do daily shows to discuss topics related to Indian football. My name is Arun Chaudhary. You are on my channel, Arun. If you like what you're seeing, what you're listening, do leave a like behind on the channel. And if you want to see more content that I create, do subscribe to the channel. We stand at 1,797. Thank you very much. So hopefully by the end of the show today, we cross the 1,800 mark to subscribers. And again, with the number of likes at the moment, let me just check before I say something wrong. 11 likes, guys. I think we can do much, much better than that. So for new coach, will you start be playing first match as Derby? Sanskar, that's going to be the interesting one. If they're going to do it, I think it depends a lot what Vinu does with the team on Saturday. If the team plays different, gets a decent result, they might say, hey, keep the coach maybe for the Derby. And then let's see. I'm not sure. Otherwise, yeah, let's see how quickly they can get a new coach in. The Anwar Ali saga and the race of money things shaken up the whole system of both East Bengal and both struggling at the moment. Now coach saga started now. And to me, Mohun Bagan has a problem in the balance of the team. Too many attacking players, and East Bengal has brought in players, but have they really brought in players for the positions that they need? It's unlike for me. The best example is BFC brought in players for certain positions. According to you, Jitin should have been squad or not? I feel hostilization that he should have been in the squad. I think so. October international window write-off. Let's see, Vignesh. Isaac Ralte, I feel sad for him. He deserves a national call-up. Get rare again. Isaac is playing in a position where the coach thinks to have a lot of options. And that's, as long as that doesn't change, yeah. Vietnam played a 19-year-old inexperienced player in the important Asian Cup match against Japan when they had more experienced player. Guess what? He became the next new talent. XYZ. But that is a top-level talent of the country. Name me the top-level talent of the country. I think I'll tell you the last real top talent that I have seen come out of India was years ago a player called Lalinswala Changte. I have not seen a player of that level, of that talent come out in the last decade. That's the reality. We don't. Tell me a 19-year-old who can walk into the Indian national team. This is something that you guys need to in my opinion, two players who are waiting on the wings and who are not being called up. There is the one and the other player. You can exchange them. But there is no player out there who has to come in and who will revolutionize and make India a great football team again. We have a pool of players of 40, 50 players. East Bengal actual problem is its top level management. Yeah, Mainak. That's why I made a video today. If you haven't seen it, guys, do have a look after the show if you want to. Where I asked the question, when will the Kolkata Giants learn their lessons for a better future? Because again, they're throwing around money and think that to be a successful team in the ISL. Right? So for me, that's a reality. That's a reality that there is, and to me, it's not working. It's not working for East Bengal. It's not working for Mohun Bagan. Mohun Bagan, it was working for a period of time, but now they realize it because they did the same mistake like last year in the creation, the setting up of the squad, and that is the real problem in this whole discussion. So why this coach is not involving? I think Manolo is giving time. If they're useful to team nation qualifiers, but that is trying to find perfect. I think Manolo, again, from my understandings and my reading of him is not an adventurous coach who's going to try and change the system. He's not going to rock the boat. He's going to make, that's. Don't you think Arnav applying logic and reasonality and rationality to Indian football system was corrupted from top to bottom than what it is with professional system like Germany? XYZ, that's a totally different discussion. Right? So to me, Yeah. So what's the difference between a head coach and a manager? Jose Pep, managers or coaches? Sorry for a naive question. To me, they're all coaches. I think old age managers would have been Alex Ferguson or Arsene Wenger, who were not just coaches but also did certain roles of head of football or sporting managers in a club. So what Kyra always have those kind of goalkeepers who concede stupid goals after Lord Albino, his brother, missed, etc. It's listen, Garen, rare. Let's not get into this. Goalkeepers from here, goalkeepers from there. At these goalkeepers, who've been doing these kind of mistakes. So it's part and parcel. Indian footballers. Only Changte and Suresh Singh, I feel India produced their best for national team. Both have recommended for game, both pace and consistency. Yeah, but Suresh does it with his mentality. I'm talking about talent at the end of the day. We don't have that. I disagree. I think the coach is not taking an risk. He's being safe with the selection. Who cares if we play 19, 20-year-olds or an inexperienced player? We're all anyways losing with our best players. See, and that is the problem of your thinking, XYZ, in my opinion. It's just losing is not going to be the logic to just throw in someone to international football. The job of an international coach is to understand who is capable of playing international football and who's not capable of playing international football. Toughest job of the coach. And to me, let's not try Jitin. He played well. Is he going to do anything great? No, he's going to be the same Liston Colasso 2.0, 3.0, 5.0, because all these players have the same problems. They are good to a certain level, but international football is a step up. Normally, a lot of them, or most of them, have failed. Right? Some of our best players of the last few years are not good enough at that level. Do you think Manolo Marquez making surprise changes in the upcoming slot, like dropping Monreal Liston, or will he go with the youth squad? Showcast is the squad already. We've discussed it. Just as once more as a reminder to those who might be new, goalkeepers Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, Amrinder Singh, Vishal Kate, defenders Nikhil Pujari, Rahul Beke, Sana Singh, Anwar Ali, Akash Sangwan, Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, Mehtab Singh, Roshan Naurem, midfielders Suresh Alina Namte, Jason Singh, Nanda Kumar, Brandon Fernandez, Anirudh Thapa, Liston Colasso, Apuya Ralte, Lalan Zola Changte, and forwards Edmund Lalan Dika, Farooq Chaudhary, Manvir Singh, Vikram Partap Singh, and Raimali. Are we going to convince AIFF we need better coaches, probably foreign and 7-12? I don't know how you or I can convince the AIFF. First of all, there's a question of money, and and the AIFF needs to understand that local coaches are not going to be the future in the long term. Havas gets sacked, up finished in second, play fast after winning cup, and now Molina also gets sacked. I mean, I understand why they sack, but if you appoint someone as coach, how you sack short time? Sanskar, that's a question for the Mohun Bagan management. But that's football, right? Sometimes clubs sack, and sometimes, let's say, like Man United, Erik ten Hag is still there. Maybe he should have been gone 1.5 years. Right? This is football. Do you think Karnataka Football Association deserves appreciation for their good work there? Yeah, surely. So, any news on Alberto Rodriguez injury? Shuman, I've not heard anything or seen anything where he's back on the field. So is anyone in India good or consistent at international level, or are we keeping going into this loop? XYZ, the problem with our team is, our general problem with the Indian national teams are, and this is I see after watching the under-17s today and watching the also, is that we have a deficiency of quality. Now, the coach has to try and figure out, with the lack of quality, the lack of basics that our players are having, who is best suited to play for him in the circumstance. Now, as I told you, my understanding and reading of the coach is that he does not like to take risks. But you realize when you see the squad that he was having a conversation with, for example, an Owen Coyle. And Owen Coyle most more said, listen, try Namte, take Farooq back. That would be my understanding of how these guys We're having a conversation on things, and that's how these two have made it into the national team. Now, if he's going to be Akash Sangwan, he has switched in for Jay Gupta because he's done it himself at FC Goa, because he himself last year said Jay Gupta is not ready for international football. He tried him out last month and Jay Gupta got badly exposed. Jay Gupta for me is a prime example of a player who's not ready for international football. Give him more time, maybe he will be down the road. Nanda Kumar, to me, should never make the cut of the national team. Is not of international quality. And then we have that conversation. But then the question is, for example, the question of wingers, we have, I think, 10, 15 wingers we can discuss. And except Changte, anyone can come in and go out. Will they make a difference? Most probably not. People, and this was nicely said a little earlier, I said, people are talking about Edmund after 2-3 substitute performances where you think is like this, those were cameos, right? So this is, this is something which we need to understand, right? And therefore there are players like Apuya. Suresh playing suddenly well, had a bad season, still was in the team. Jikson and Apuya, of course, are experienced. I remember seeing him as 15-year-olds in the Indian junior setup. So that is something which also does then count. So therefore, this is what the coach needs to try and figure out. Again, as I said, Jitin deserved a chance, but then, some others as well. And then, again, he switches 10 players every time. And that's, Manolo is not that, no international coach will switch 10 players if he's not forced to. Do you think we lack in alternative players even if we substitute the other players? Yeah. Again, when we substitute players, is the quality better? That's going to be the question at international level. Also, Mourinho had 10 months contract. Did even manage any chance of confidence in Mourinho in the first place? Then why appoint him? Blue, that's a question for the management. I think that's the question that Mohun Bagan fans. Do you think Suresh is good enough to international football compared to other players? Yeah, I mean, he's got fighting spirit. He wants to run. He wants to play. He has experience. So let's see. How listed Manvir in the national squad again? No idea. But again, we need alternatives. And where are? I can understand. For Manvir, it's difficult. Where are the strikers? Sir, what will happen to Gama Nikum? The young Indian sensation also had highest market value over teenager in India. He is with Mumbai City at the moment. Indonesia has added 2 more foreign-based footballers, E. Milks and Liano Heinders for Twente and Zwolle. Our Indian government is still asleep. Yeah. And now that today U17 SAF final, India only tactics is long ball, do not play ball on the ground. Kumar, that's why I said I'm not convinced. The early under-17 squad, both of those squads have not convinced me, and that earlier squad was now the under 20. Good evening. I am good, Ishan. Sorry, joined a little late. Can you quickly share your thoughts on the squad? Vishal Kate comes in for Prabhsukhan Gill. Logical. Akash Sangwan comes in for Jay Gupta. Very, very logical. Putea out. Laden Liana Namte in. Very surprised, to be very honest, about this call-up. Yeah, Maish Naurem is out. Nanda stays in. Jitin doesn't get in. That's also a surprise to me. Farooq Chaudhary, surprise as a forward. Rahim Ali also gets back. Vikram gets back. Brandon gets back. Those are ones which I expected. So therefore, yeah, those are the things that the way they are. Any update on Williams? No. So no Sahal, right? No Sahal. Sahal is injured. Picked up an injury Saturday. So therefore, Sahal is out for a few weeks. If we want progression of our football, then we have to send us boys by own money because our system is. Yeah, but who's going to do that? No, Naurem Mahesh, Jitin MS, Imran, what is that? No Putia, Vivin, again, Mehtab, Nanda. Yeah. Is he injured or left BFC? I was injured, right? I don't know. What about Roshan compared to Jacob? Can he sustain? I don't know if anyone can sustain of this squad. But he has, at the moment, he's been playing better. He's been part of the national team. So therefore, Roshan can play on the left and on the right. So yes, he deserves to be in there. Things that change the duration, game time format, and quality of coaches in the youth leagues, amongst other things. Why players like Vineet Venkatesh and Nico not represented U20 club issue? There are certain players who will prefer to play for club than for under 20s. Yes, that could be a reason. Aside, some of the players we are not talking about, most probably the question has to be if they're the right age. So therefore, there are certain players who've not been called up where we will not discuss things because there is an age issue there. Jitin, one thing that impressed you most? Work rate, running capabilities. Good evening, Neil. Welcome back. So, should we, as always, look forward to October window? Also, this fan code charges are quite expensive. I will agree to pay if we play good football. If no good football, at least grind out results. XYZ. People want good football. Don't actually want to pay for football. Don't want to pay for things. That will not work. You know, when the fan codes of this world disappear, you'll suddenly have the situation of, oh wow, what is not being shown, right? So therefore, let's see what happens. Your prediction: India Vietnam plays separator. I would most probably say 2-0 Vietnam. If India managed to draw against these two teams, Lebanon and Vietnam, it can secure a position in pot one. Separate again. Draws look difficult at the moment. Asian international winners like a sad moment for Indian football these days. It's very hard to see even playing draw or lost against teams like Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Yes, Kiran. Technique is really smooth and looks like he's well trained when his running position passing technique is considered. Yeah, but again, he still does the same mistakes as Liston and others. One good action and then 5 where you think, what the hell you're doing? So, yeah. Any instances you feel what will you do you think free tickets is a huge what about world football? Has it happened? No, in world football you pay for your tickets. Will Geo Cinema broadcast this? Pranjal, don't know. Is there any fruitful progress happening in allowing OCI players to? There's not even a discussion or conversation happening on it. How will we have progress on it? Jitin is fastest player in India. Okay, someone. Why no Vibin, Jitin, and Isaac? I think ask the coach. But Vibin, I've said, I still think he has to have a few more matches. He's in a position, quite a number of season pros. Jitin and Isaac, if they come in, then the question is, who do you drop? This squad, you see, for example, Mahesh now I'm missing out. Jitin to me should have been in there, I think, in place of Nanda. And Isaac then also becomes a question who gets in. I'm a little surprised that Edmund retains his place training with Inter Kashi. He's playing no matches, but yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's a decision of the coach. He has to decide what he thinks is right and what is wrong. And to me, you know, that's on Manolo, and Manolo has to decide it, and he has to then also defend his decisions of what's right, what's wrong. To me, he's made some changes, but there are, in my opinion, there are surprises, and therefore for me, they are not the best of changes that I would have liked him to do. You know, if you ask me, again, Jitin does get a chance, in my opinion, but he's not done it. So therefore, he should decide what he thinks is right. Someone says, please like everyone. Yeah, thank you very much for saying that, Shumon. Like, share, and subscribe as always. Let's keep on growing the community. 1,798 people. Thank you very much for subscribing, and as always, thank you for the news, especially the people who've been supporting for a longer time. 18 likes of the video so far. So thank you, and let's keep on growing the community to talk about Indian football, and then let's see what we can talk and discuss. Do you see in future in football struggling to telecast the match because the way we play? It's the telecast is not linked to the way we play. I think the telecast is linked to the interest level that is there. So therefore, let's wait and see. One is compelled to assume that Putia probably has other issues, probably behavior related. I wouldn't think so. I mean, I've met him a few times. Yeah, I don't think that is the issue. I don't know if there's something else. Last night saw United play, and I can say Bagan is better. They can pass the ball at least. Okay. Isaac Ralte, do you see future prospects? He's a prospect for the future, but is he good enough? I don't know. Irfan Yadwad, I mean, you want to take Rai Mali, both played for Chennai FC once, right? Irfan Yadwad, how many minutes has he played in the ISL since last year? How many convincing matches does he have on an ISL shirt? I will pick Rahim Ali for the performance that I saw in June from the boy, if you want a striker. And Irfan has no international experience. That's another factor which speaks for Rahim Ali, or speaks for some of the other boys. It's a factor. Isaac is physically too short for international football to play in back four. But he's an attacking winger, so why should he play in the back four, Neil? Yes, EDM League squad released Indian football. Hopefully, after a good season, we'll be hoping to see Nikhil Prabhu in the squad next season. I think Nikhil has done well. And the question is, Manolo is trying out things in the sense of not only in the starting 11 or as substitutes, but even how do players integrate into the squad. Let's see what happens. Our main problem is that an informed Chante will still be our best player on the field. Yeah, AY's 7 football, that's it. And he needs to be informed. I think Lalinzwala Chante in form is our best option of getting a result out of things, right? So therefore, that's something which is needed from Chante. Therefore, let's see. All of them have to do better, actually, and that's a challenge that I think the whole team has. I think if we look at the whole squad, we have players who are, the BFC players have done well, right? A Gurpreet, a Beke, a Suresh, a Roshan, all of these guys have been doing well. The Mohun Bagan, East Bengal players, Mumbai City players have not been having a good time so far. So therefore, that's going to be an interesting thing, how that affects. Nikhil has a few rare qualities: a calm mind, a no-nonsense passing style, very neat player. Hope he remains consistent. The last word of your statement is the most important one: consistent. Right? My bad, I thought he's a fullback. No, he's not. So what should I say to the guys who think David, Edmund, Lanameka are better than Rahim Ali? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Again, this is a discussion. I'm saying that is something where you have to think, what have these guys shown to prove that they're better than Rahim Ali? So for me, none of the three. I mean, David and La Biknia, surely not even close. Edmund, yes, does get a shout in potentially, but again, how much has he played? But again, that's the real problem. We are wanting to change players, but is the player that is coming in going to be better than the players going out? And my best example will be Rahul Beke. A lot of people 4, 5, 6 years ago said, throw the guy out. Rahul Beke. And again, Steven stuck with him. Igor stuck with him. And he has turned out centre back. And he's not just centre back. He's actually naturally a right back. Our best centre back over the last 1.5 years. By far. That is the scary part. That Rahul Beke is our best centre back. With all the other players that we were speaking about. And that's the reality. Your thoughts on Alex Sarge? Will he make the national team? Potential, but he has to play better in a successful team also. I mean, if he's conceding 2, 3, 4 goals every game at Hyderabad FC, it's going to be difficult, right? Rahul will be really happy nowadays given BFC's recent performances. I surely bet he is. Do you think when we say certain player name for national, they're struggling? What about current player? Are they good when we compare? These are good. See, Murali, we are talking about players who are in form or players who are not in form, but there's also a thing, and I go back to the days of Bachchan Bhutia, Randy Singh, and all the others. Randy, for example, even if he had an off season or season filled with injuries and didn't play too well, whenever he put on a national team shirt, he was better. This is the problem at the moment with this team because where is um, that passion, that fighting spirit? Where's that desire to wanting to represent India? You know, uh, you know. See, and therefore, for me, the question with all of them. That's the question to me with the players. Can they consistently perform? And none of these players are performing consistently. I said Rahul Baker to me is one of the exceptions. Even Changte is not performing at a consistent level. He was not good at the start of last season. He's good. He didn't start well for Mumbai City at the moment, but he was very, very last season. So this is something that all these players need to do. Serious question, why is Edmund even in the national team? Ishan, a question to ask the coach. I don't know. If Prabhu Jitin perform well in some matches in October ISL, I think they will be selected November friendlies. And therefore, Banjop, you have to, I would say your statement by one word. If Prabhu Jitin perform well in matches in October ISL, I think, that it's realistic. If in some matches will not be good. If they're inconsistent, it will not. How to rate BFC performance and what thing they have improved again? Umair, BFC one of the best teams at the moment in the ISL, and they've just plugged their holes. They've brought in players to fill in their problem positions, had a calm and quiet summer, and and therefore at the moment it looks very, very promising. Are you saying don't elevate players based on glimpse of movement? Let them improve the whole season. Murali, if a player is exceptional, you can then risk to take him in. I am not seeing that exceptional player in ISL football where I would say this player or that player immediately needs to get him. Jitin MS had been doing well for a while, therefore I say, listen, he deserves a call up to the national team. Is he going to be benched in the national team? I don't know. But there are players, again, Nanda Kumar is a good example to me, who I don't think are good enough for international football. So therefore, we have, in my opinion, we have that problem. Thapa has been off for a while. Liston has not performed, So then these are problems. Namte's inclusion sure looks like he came out of nowhere into the team. He's not even getting enough minutes in ISL. Yeah, but maybe again, as I said, I think Namte and Farooq Chaudhary comes from a conversation that Manolo will have had with Owen Coyle, and Owen Coyle said, "Listen, give these guys a chance." Again, I'm speculating, but that would be my logic that these guys are having a conversation. Adire Pritam's performance, I think, is pretty solid. What happened to him last year? Blue. Pritam Kotal has been a dependable defender for Indian standards over the last decade. And at the moment, he is showing what he can do, right? What he can do if things are. So the question also, Pritam, at some stage, maybe even he becomes a topic for the national team again because of experience. Do you think over the years our talent pool shrinking? At the moment, Murali, I would say we have gone for mass. We are trying to get more and more kids into the system, but we forgot to funnel them to the top where we have to talk about class. So from quantity, we come to quality, and we're not able to funnel that at the moment. So do you think the senior players in the squad have some connections with AIFF, AY7 football? No, they don't. The AIFF doesn't even speak. For the players to speak to Kallan Chaube would be a big surprise. I think Kallan has spoken twice in the last 2 years with the national team players. Chetri is looking the sharpest he has been in the last 3-4 years. Yeah, Ishan, he really does. 40 years old, and then Sunil is in, and therefore that's why I repeat what I say, that if things don't change, Sunil suddenly could become a candidate for Manolo for the national team. Right? So let's wait and see what Sunil does. Do you think Isaac Ralte attacking intent is good compared to other, or can he deliver national level surprise? Isaac has played some good football for Odisha, yes. He was great on Saturday against Jamshedpur FC, but he has to be consistent to that level. And then Yeah, but again, these are the wing positions are very difficult for players to get in because there are players who've been around for a while, which we should not forget. Ashish Rai, yeah, Ashish Rai is another Jay Gupta for me. I don't think at the moment he's good enough for national football, but again, he's there. Maybe soon will become Anas 2.0. Remember when Igor called him back from retirement? As I said, I think is um, it's possible in my opinion because if in February, March, Sunil continues to play the he's playing, we are in a tough group, and Manolo needs to find solutions. He might call on Sunil. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he calls on Sunil and says, "Listen, guys, you know what, Sunil, I need you in the team." I would not be surprised if he does that. Honestly speaking, Bacon Jingan, I said, never looked like our best bet when Jingan retains fitness or regains fitness, I would rather say. Yeah, Ishan, I would think so. But the question, Sandesh, be the same after this serious injury? He's been now out for 8 months, 8 months plus, right? So he's expected to come back after the international break. So that means 9 months of no, top level football. So therefore, even Sandesh for me, or potentially, yeah, weekends, right? Sandesh for me, only candidate I think if I go towards, yeah, March most probably, not even November. For the November winner, I think Sandesh is not going to be ready. I think we need Ashik back as well. I agree, he's finishing his sport, but he always had an impact. Has an impact. Yeah, I agree on that front, but the point is that then Ashik needs to play at Mohun Bagan, and he's not playing at Mohun Bagan, right? Some people said to me a month ago that he's fit, but he's not played. So therefore, let Ashik play, and then we'll see. Yes, certain make a player to commit silly mistakes, or we are not used to it. Players, football is a game either of mistakes or brilliance, right? And then, if you are better quality, you will be able to come, right? Or with brilliance, avoid these mistakes. So from that standpoint, I think yes, players will make mistakes. That's part and parcel of the game at the top level, at the bottom level, and pressure. Yeah, some of them can take it, some can't. Vikram, Brandon back in the squad. Do you have any update on their fitness status? I know both of them are fully fit, but Peter Kratky has initially thought of going with different squads at Mumbai City FC. So therefore, both of them have not been starters, and especially Bipin has been playing well, right? So therefore, difficult for Vikram. Vikram is a challenger again. Right, nearly an hour, 58 plus minutes into this Indian football discussion on a Monday evening. Those of you who might be new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Arun Foot here on YouTube. Thank you as always for the support, guys, and girls, of course, as well. 1,798 subscribers. So maybe two more. Maybe we crack the 1,800 today. And we have 21 likes so far. Thanks a lot as always. And keep watching. As I said, did a video on lessons to learn for the Kolkata Giants. When will they learn their lessons in regard to being more professional? Earlier done videos over the weekend on regard to the situation of Molina, Cuadrat's future, of course, which has been decided, and of course other videos on the good start of the future of Indian football series and other things. And yeah, let's see what happens on that front. Oops, now where? Nikhil Pujari and Ashish Rai, any difference? Both are attacking intent. If I compare them, Nikhil is more of a natural attacking player than Ashish. Ashish seems to have more attacking intent. Yeah, but I think defenders, difficult to say. So how long is your neighborhood club season? It's from August to May. It's normal season from the Bundesliga to the lowest leagues. The season normally is of the same length. What do you make of the controversy regarding football players' workload management? Ishan, the problem is, I think, with this whole discussion is how is it managed by the clubs and by the players? Yes, there are more matches. There are 2 matches more in the Champions League. Um, um, World Cup next summer. So that's for the top players in Europe. More football. To me, it's worth the discussion because football has become faster and physical. The question is, do the coaches use their squads? How do they use their squads? So that's the challenge I feel that the coaches now have. Seems like we're going to use a new left back against Vietnam. Shokas could be. If Akash Sangwan gets a chance, I wouldn't be surprised. I thought even at Chennai over the last 2 years, he was playing well. So let's see. I'm surprised the amount of injury that Ran went through. I'm really not surprised in his retirement to think defenders vulnerable to injury. Any player is vulnerable to injury morally. Bipin is playing well without scoring and assisting. Blue, I think he gives you nightmares. Sir, your views on 26-member squad announced. As I've said, I feel logical Vishal Keth back in place of Prabsukhan. Akash Sangwan coming in for Jay Gupta makes sense, complete sense. Surprised Ashish Rai has retained his place. Lalun Liana Namte is for me is a surprise because he comes in for Putea. Surprises me, but that's the decision of the coach. Nanda Kumar Sekar, I said after the last matches, not international material for me. I think I would have given Jitin MS a chance. Good to see Brandon Rahimali back in the squad. Farooq Chaudhary, a surprise addition, but has had a good start to the ISL season. And then, of course, there are our problem kids, Anirudh Thapa, Liston Colasso. Yeah, the Mohun Bagan boys, Shubhashish Bose and Manvir Singh. Do you think Pritham Kotal does decent job years for India, but he disappeared in picture? Is it injury or form? I thought he was decent. Yeah, again, there are people who don't like his way and style and whatever, blah, blah, blah. To me, Pritham is someone who's done well also when he put on the India shirt. So therefore, a season good overall. But again, Ivan Vukovanovic, I felt was all over the place. Sometimes centre back, sometimes right back. So yeah. So you don't know how Bose, Liston, Manvir Thapa have been selected. I mean, on what basis? I could not ask the coach. Namte, what was he chosen over Pute and how awful do you have to play to be dropped from India squad list? And very awful, but still we select them. Why? Showcast again. It's a question for the coach. Again, I can't look into the head of the coach. So for me, there are different positions, different players to be picked or dropped. Are you interested to see Akash Sangwan on international level? Let us. Yes, I think he deserves it. He's an experienced player, so let's wait and see. Goa and Mumbai play best football, and only 5 players are selected from both the teams: Rane, Bipin, Valpuya. Icon Lawn. I don't think Jayesh deserves a spot at the moment in the national team. Again, with Brandon fit, I think Jayesh will be more of a super sub. Bipin, again, wasteful like the others, so I don't think so. Valpuya is an interesting one because I like to have seen Valpuya in place of an Ashish Rai, but maybe that's, let's see. कब खत्म होगा ये quota? I don't think there is a quota. Hi, Dark Knight. Cuadrat. Vineet is asking, too early in the season to sack Cuadrat. Maybe the players also responsible, not only his tactics. See, the players always have something to do. To me, Cuadrat, I think I said it last year before when he was signed. I didn't think it was a good signing for East Bengal. Now, a lot of people will say, he's given them a trophy and he's given them this, he's given them that. They're happy, fine. But he has proven last season, and he's proved it till now, that he's not something that I think East Bengal needed to consider. AFC Champions League attendance in Al Nassr game is very low. Okay, here and rare. Hi, Manolo, welcome back. Just one question: why Kian Putia drop after getting 0 minutes in the and why selected him in September? Manolo, I think if in plans or not in plans, that's a different thing. I think a coach will have a look at players in training, and then the player will decide. Again, Kian is one of the younger ones he's picked. Now Namte that he's picked, and he's looking at these players and then deciding, can I build on them or can I not build on them? Do you think Jitin is interesting prospects? I find Nanda lacks in killer instinct and breakthrough pass. He's also not pace compared to Jitin. Jitin has potential, but again, he has to up his game. If he can get to a better, but let's see. Perselis versus Paktakor game going on. Very interesting. AFC Champions League Elite. Okay, Gerondre. Ran is still better than Thapa on current form and also Bipin at least won't hit sixes like Liston. That's what you're saying, but again, Bipin is as wasteful as Liston. He won't. And Jayesh, with all due respect, my friend, nah. Vietnam, Lebanon is friendly tournament or qualification round? These are just friendlies. Which 3 players would you drop from this final squad? Looking at the moment, Namte would be one. Either Edmund or Farooq Chaudhary. And then I would have to do difficult. Potentially Ashish Rai. India need to learn from Saudi. Bringing stars can't bring game lovers only when you grow local boys. Kieran Rare, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you look in America, the star less. So, and again, first season of ISL with all the stars was bigger than anything else we've ever seen in Indian football. So that reality stars especially in a country like India, stars, superstars help. I hope AFC ban Mohun Bagan Supergiant for at least 3 seasons to play in Asia. Let's see what they do. I'm finding if there's really something like Mohun Bagan quota in terms of selection. No way, both List and Thapan were still there. Rachit, I think this conspiracy theory for me holds no ground. Yeah, so Pochettino become you has, at least for the bench, they could have selected players like Jatan Nehal, etc. Question say who selects players, the head coach or assistant coach? Private agent, the head coach decides it, but he will have a conversation with his assistants. And I think if I look at the Chennai players picked up, I think he would have had a conversation with Owen Coyle as well. If AFC ban Mohun Bagan, if they win Shield, then who will play in the AFC level? The second best team in the ISL will then play. Do you think Kian missing is surprise or needs to prove can Kian used as backup? Kian is not a surprise. I was surprised last month that they called up. They played against him five-a-side football, so I know very talented player, but he needs to be a regular at Chennai FC. He needs to regularly play ISL football. BFC was Mumbai City going to be the same game of the season, I think, is what. Jitin has done enough to be selected on this team. Vibhan and Sandeep also deserves. I don't think so. Jitin, yes, but the others don't. Paktia are playing in Iran right now. Where is the safety reason now? Mohun Bagan Supergiant fans, yeah. Can we try Kian as a striker in the national level? I see he can create impact. He's not Seeing Manvir's name on the squad speak for itself that Manolo is not serious for the job. Just that one goal World Cup qualifier is not even performing Mumbai Super Giant nowadays, but still got a call up. Yeah, Sachin, he's not going to risk it. Teams like Odisha FC, FC Goa, Mumbai City FC, Mumbai Super Giant were considered to be top, not performed up to our expectation. What kind of response reaction do you expect from them next week? Odisha already and Goa already have shown their reactions. Mohun Bagan will be interesting because I think it's a general problem. And Mumbai City, we're going to see in a couple of days, I think, the results because they were not clinical up front and they leaked too many goals at the back. Do you think certain players are not good in finishing, but they can create certain impact and spark? Yeah, they can. Mohun Bagan should get banned for not traveling for a game against Tractor. Mohun Bagan Supergiant fans get more stupid logic that their club is not national club, so that's why their players should only select the national team. This most stupid things. Listen, okay. If Mumbai beats BFC by a margin of 2 goals, they will jump from 11th to 5th. That's it. Let's hope for the best, right? I think Mumbai City restart their campaign, their season. They campaign their season on Wednesday. And the Indian player impressed you in round class Punjab, if anyone call up national club, national team, I think. Morally, what do you think? We've spoken about Nikhil Prabhu, right? Standout player. If I can ask you today, who are your top 4 contenders after 3 weeks? Gaurav, I think not much changes. Mumbai City will be there. Mohun Bagan is an interesting one because I think they're struggling at the moment. I don't situation. I would say Odisha, BFC, and most probably Odisha, BFC, and most probably FC Goa. Those will be the one most probably. Do you think Mumbai City is struggling defensively in transitions and offensively? They're trying to overload on left side, leaving chance. Yeah, it might look like that, but again, Mumbai City is playing a high line. I think that's one of the things, and they're trying to use the speed on the left. So therefore, that will be interesting to see how they sort of balance the whole thing. And Changte getting more involved. Changte was even playing in the middle. So let's see. Vapur deserves more than Ashish to be there. Yes, Rachid, I've said that. National club should be given on basis of how players that clubs produce and playing well in the ISL. Okay. Robin Singh, Chetri, JJ, what attacking front? How do you rate? Morally, Robin is one of the players who I've known for a very long time. Even as a teenager, I knew Robin Singh in his TFA days. Yeah, Robin had the build, right? That was his biggest. He had the frame. Also gave more better. So yeah, he's played for some of the big clubs and also the national team. So he's done well. Right, 1 hour and 13 plus minutes, 1 hour 14 minutes now. Good to be back here after an gruesome shift and go very much. Manolo Marquez 2.0. Those of you who might be new, and new to the channel, do like, share, and subscribe. 1,798 subscriptions. We'll fulfill that. And 24 likes for this video so far. Maybe we can do better than that as well. So as always, thank you very much. The new coach should have selected players who are ready to die for the country in the pitch, not for club players like listen, Manvi and Thapo only play for club. Okay, Rock Twain. And that was played well. If Robin maintained his fitness, he can be a beast in ISL for sure. Yeah, but he had injuries and then options to do other things, and therefore Robin no longer is playing on the field. I'd slowly like to come to an end today. Let's see. Wait. You can't expect things to change until you dismiss Mr. Manolo Marquez will leave the job. Rachit, again, your opinion, and it's easy for you, me, or anyone else to say about it or speak about it. It's the coach's desire to make changes, or if he thinks what are the right changes. Right. Not sure if Toral is fit enough to play the next game. Gaurav, we will see on Wednesday if he makes the starting 11 or maybe sits on the bench. Slowly coming to an end of this live, guys. As always, also have a look at the other videos here. Mm, and have a look at the video I did on the Kolkata clubs today. Earlier stuff on Molina and Cuadrat and other things. Do have a look at it and spread it. And this is all Hindi speakers. People don't have their own club. That's why I always give hate to all clubs. This guys never watch a game in stadium. Always give lecture on social media. Okay, but again, you're generalizing as they are generalizing, right? So what are you then doing different? Today I was watching Indian goalkeeper was really good. His distribution was also pretty good. Do you think we should have a very strong goalkeeper as a third choice instead of Amrinder? Don't think so. Because you need to have that experience. Does MOU actually work or is it paperwork? MOU works, sometimes it doesn't. Right. Now, once again, last time, like, share, and subscribe arunfoot here on YouTube. And I'll be back tomorrow with another live show discussing the ISL game, discussing India selections, and let's see. Binu George, temporary in India under 17s, win the SAF U17 championship. Again, more expected than a surprise. And as I say, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow. So now Chaudhary signing off.